What's the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary. Circuit breaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very first moon landing was a lie. Who you were just looking at was a man named Edwin Aldrin. Ladies and gentlemen, National Moon Day, Apollo 11. July 20th has been chosen as the International Moon Day. It was on this day that Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin had first landed on the moon. Boy, oh boy. Guys, we're going to go down a pretty big rabbit hole today. And it's about the lies that we're taught in school. The historic trash that is shoved down our throats that they want us to believe, that they try to brainwash us with. I mean, it's deep. It's pretty deep, ladies and gentlemen. That was Edwin Aldrin talking about the moon landing that we were taught was real in school. That was just that video. I also want to show you this clip of him talking about it as well.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. But I think I know. Because we didn't.
I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. See, you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, but what we saw was we all were gathered around the old curved top radio and listened.
Talking about, how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said, contact light, engine stop.
It was
and a few
exciting.
other things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed. Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah.
Inspires so many people to enter the sciences. How do you balance science with science fiction?
They're both the same. The mystery of science fiction is what I'm talking about. Science and science fiction are essentially the same.
Why are you sitting in your chair today? Does gravity pull you to the floor? No. There is no such thing as gravitational pull. We lied to you.
Guys, if they went all out to lie, in fact, it's still on Google when you Google it. The first moon landing, they still give all kind of information that is false. Look at the stuff that they wrote about Edwin Aldrin. On July 20th, 1969, Buzz Aldrin became the second person to walk on the moon, 19 minutes after Neil Armstrong. Oh, this sounds like good information. Landing. Aldrin and Armstrong landed in the Apollo lunar module Eagle at 2017 UTC. Exploration. The two astronauts spent 21 hours and 36 minutes. Oh my goodness, they gave us details. They spent 21 hours and 36 minutes exploring the moon's surface, which they named Tranquility Base. They collected samples, took photos, and left behind mementos. Wow. Goodness, they probably have a museum for this stuff. Return to Earth. Aldrin and Armstrong returned to the command module Columbia, which was piloted by Michael Collins. They brought back 47.5 pounds of lunar material. Oh my goodness, where could this be? Religious ceremony. Aldrin became the first person to perform a religious ceremony on the moon, taking communion privately. Aldrin's first space flight was in 1966 on Gemini 12. He left NASA in 1971 and became commandant of the U.S. Air Force Test Pilot School. He retired from the Air Force in 1972. Okay, so he retired from the Air Force in 1972, so he must have started coming out after that time, right? And starting to tell the truth. Clearly the man got conviction. Got convicted. They're teaching all kind of different schools this. Millions of children are getting taught that these people actually landed on the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, how many people seen these pictures? Where is this? In the desert somewhere? Nevada? Where in the world did they go to take these pictures? Now, I've seen different things online and people talking about aluminum and different things like that when it comes to these pictures, like it's fake, it's false. But it never really went through my mind. I'm like, okay, you know, people say all kind of different stuff. Until the man, Edwin Aldrin, actually came out himself and said, yeah, we didn't land on a doggone thing. You didn't land on nothing, Edwin? You mean to tell me it was a lie? You mean to tell me they put that much time in lying to the American people? That makes you think, what else did they lie about? You even got quotes from Neil Armstrong. Mystery creates wonder, and wonder and wonder is the basis of man's desire to understand. No, you think that one is crazy. Look at this one right here. It suddenly struck me that tiny P was pretty in blue was the earth. I put my thumb and shut one eye, and my thumb blotted out the planet Earth. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. I put my thumb and shut one eye. So he's saying when he was on the moon, Earth was small, and he put his thumb like this, and it blotted out Earth. I didn't feel like a giant. I felt very, very small. Boy, oh boy. Not you, Neil. Not you, Neil. Here's the interesting thing, guys. This is where I really want to go deep on this situation and this subject. You ever heard like people like Hillary Clinton or different politicians talking about cracking the glass ceiling? What in the world? Who are these aliens? What are we really against? I want to show you guys a clip of her actually saying it herself, just in case you haven't seen it. You know I don't like saying things and not showing you, so let's go ahead and take a look.
Thank you! Thank you all, and thanks to Jay-Z and Beyonce. And thanks to Chance the Rapper and J. Cole and Big Sean. When I see them here, this passion and energy and intensity, I don't even know where to begin, because this is what America is, my friends. And remember, Jay memorably said something we should all recall. Rosa Parks sat so Martin Luther could walk, and Martin Luther walked so Barack Obama could run, and Barack Obama ran so all the children could fly. Well, we have unfinished business to do, more barriers to break, and with your help, a glass ceiling to crack once and for all.
With your help, a glass ceiling to crack. What is Hillary talking about? What is Miss Clinton babbling about now? And then it got me thinking, when you see rockets go in the sky, it always looks like a scraping, right? Or am I tripping? Let's show you guys a video of what I'm talking about.
So the rocket's going up, and it's like really high, okay? So you gotta remember, like the firmament is like maxes out around like 80 miles high up, okay? So look, it is scraping the firmament right now, okay? And I want you guys to pay attention to this one little spot, this one little area where, look, and I don't know what that is. So you see that thing like causing those like rings right now that are shooting? Right there, boom, 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 boom. That whatever piece of the rocket or whatever that is stuck in the firmament. You have to remember the firmament is so cold that like you cannot touch it like with your bare hands because it'll like instantly freeze it. But it's stuck in the firmament. Right now that rocket is scraping the firmament. Okay?
Here's what I have to say about this, guys, right? And I want you guys to pay very close attention, because when I seen this, it kind of blew my mind. Guys, he's saying is scraping the firmament, right? And it could very well be. I'm not going against that. But this is what I want you guys to look at. That is blue. ladies and gentlemen. And not only that, but it looks like water, right? Look at that. That looks like waves. That's not smoke, guys. Smoke does not do these type of ripples. That looks like waves. Look at this. That looks like water being scraped against. And then once I seen that, and I'm like, that looked like water, I got brought to this verse. Check it out. Genesis 1:6-8. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. And let it divide the waters from the waters. Let the firmament divide the waters from the waters. Boy, oh boy, this is getting good. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So he divided waters that were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, guys. Waters. It's not hard to find these things. You just look in the Bible. God has told us everything. Man has tried to pervert and lie to us about different things. The question is, who are you going to believe? Your social studies history book or the Bible? What do you think they've been doing to us this long? In class, in school, they've been teaching us history that's not God. Lying about all kind of stuff. What in the world do I need to know about Christopher Columbus for? Why is Jesus Christ not being taught in school? Time literally changed when the Lord was here. How in the world? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they want to teach us about Columbus. They want to teach us about nonsense. Why isn't the Bible being taught? It's history. The Bible is literally history. From face value, surface level, the Bible is history. Why is that not being taught in history class? How in the world did we get to this point? Where we're being lied to this much? I want to show you guys a clip of Ashton Kutcher. Okay? Watch what Mr. Kutcher says. Watch this clip.
Get told that the world is the way that it is, and that your life is to live your life inside the world and try not to get in too much trouble and maybe get an education and get a job and make some money and have a family. But life can be a lot broader than that when you realize one simple thing, and that is that everything around us that we call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you. And you can build your own things. You can build your own life that other people can live in.
So in the beginning of this clip, Ashton also said that his name is not Ashton, it's Chris. So Ashton is saying things around us and things that we know are made up by people. Ladies and gentlemen, they're made up. Here's the thing. Some things that are made up are lies. Some things that are made up are just made up. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. It's just made up. But some things that are made up are lies, like landing on the moon. A lie. Why are your children getting taught lies? What is really going on? Who are the aliens that really run the planet? Why is Hillary talking about cracking a glass ceiling? What in the world is she talking about? It's like, you know what it's like? It's like they tell you the truth. They tell you the truth, but we perish because of lack of knowledge. That's biblical too. It's like they tell you exactly what they plan to do, but you don't really even think about it. What in the world is Clinton talking about cracking a glass ceiling? Satanists will tell you the truth, guys. So they can be like, well, we said it. We didn't hide a doggone thing. We told you guys. You guys were just dumb. That's why it's important to come into a space where you receive light, which is Christ. Get into a place of discernment. Allow the Lord to fill you up with his revelation. You get into a place where you start to marry the Lord and have intimacy with God. Your brain levels are going to be in a different place, a different level. The way you think is going to be in a different place, on a different level. You are going to start thinking outside of the box. You're going to start looking at the inside from the outside. You're going to have a different perspective than the normal human being, which is caught up in the manipulation and brainwash matrix that they call life. How many people are just walking around not even understanding that we are in a spiritual battle? How many people are walking around believing everything that they are told by the people we call leaders? How many people are walking around believing everything that the news tells you? CNN. Boy, oh boy, don't get me started on their lies. The only reason that a lot of people are even understanding that we are caught up in the midst of a lot of lies is because of social media. How much lies did our parents believe and didn't even know it was a lie? And their parents before them, good grief. I can't even imagine. Social media can be a spiritual prison, and it can be a good thing. It can be a spiritual prison because people are trapped in it. They have no real life anymore. You got kids out here who just stay on their tablets. They don't even know what trees smell like. Never climbed a tree in their life. You know what I was doing when I was a little kid? Building tree houses. I had to come home when the street lights came on. Kids nowadays don't even know what oxygen smells like. Too busy inside of a house on a tablet, on a phone. Mind, eyes glued. But it can also be good because of information that they're trying to hide. There's always a good and a bad. There's always a negative and a positive. But you got to understand how to use it. You got to understand how to get the positive, even in negative situations. That's when you know you are truly connected to the Lord. Because the Lord will show you. The Holy Spirit will guide you. But are you willing to submit and surrender and listen? That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. That's the question. Because when I seen Edwin Aldrin talking about they never been on the moon, I could have just been like, all right, man, come on now. He just talking. No. I was guided and led into more information. Then it got me to the point where I started reading about the whole waters being separated in Genesis. After looking at the rockets being launched and hitting the sky. Interesting. Keep seeking, brothers and sisters. Hallelujah. It's like the more time passes, the more light is being shined. And the more information is being downloaded. Glory be to the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach. What's next? What's next? And not only what's next, but will you listen when it shows up in front of your face? Hallelujah. I love you guys. God bless.